Reggie has spent his first night. I don't know how much I've sort of spoken on here. Peter has been shouting from like 2:30 this morning. Excuse my face. Oh, I've got to sleep. Peter was shouting at 2:30 this morning, and he's been shouting from about 5 o'clock. Beautiful. But he's getting used to him. He's going to go out for the first time this morning. I can't quite get over how tiny he is. His little nose is about this wide, which is mental. But I just caught him, put a little hair collar on him. Did chase him around a bit. Right on cue. It's a bit windy, a bit rainy today, but we're going to put him out. But he's a little bit nervous, but he'll be fine. He's going to be a little character. But look how cute his little head collar is. But he's just eating his breakfast. Wanted to jump in on this clip. In a second you'll see Reggie opening and closing his mouth towards Peter. Now I didn't know, and in case you don't know, it's him being submissive and letting Peter know that he is a baby and that he won't harm him, which I think now is quite adorable, but I was very confused, which I didn't understand what it was, but that's what it is. He's just being, I'm not going to hurt you. Filmed an entire outro and I didn't look at the camera very much. So also my dog is snoring. Can you hear that? Yeah. Luna is snoring very, very loudly. I'm going to film another one. That is Reginald. Mr. Reggie has officially arrived. He arrived on Saturday. He has settled in really, really well. We've had the occasional little scream, but he's good. Pete has now stopped screaming. I said in one of the earlier clips that he'd been screaming. He screamed at like 2:30 in the morning, I think it was, when Dad let out one of the dogs, and he screamed at 5 in the morning. So our neighbours were not impressed after Bree left because he just screamed the place down, which you saw briefly in the clip. that was very minimal compared to what he was doing that morning. But now he realises that he's got a little friend and he is here to stay. He's happy. He has also tried to maybe bite him a few times and pull faces at him. We've taken out the middle section in his box, so you know the wooden uprights that are in there that we thought were a really good idea. We've taken out some of them, and he has leant on the wall so much that he's pushed the blocks out. So Dad has had to repair the blocks, which we thought the crazy one had gone. We loved her, but she was crazy. The crazy one had gone, and that Pete wasn't the wrecker. Turns out he still is a little bit. He leant on them so much, basically, because he was trying to, I don't know whether he was trying to get to Reggie, like, to be nasty, because he hasn't bitten him or anything, but he just pulls faces at him, more so when we're there. I think Peter is very much like, you're my humans. Why are you fussing with him? He's pulled some faces, which then meant he's been pushing on the wall. Whether he wants to, like, touch him, I have no idea. But he's pushed out the blocks. So Dad has had to repair them. I'll insert a clip so you can see that. Dad has had to fix it. He's been doing that this morning. And we've put some of the wooden uprights back in just to stop him being able to get, like, his chest through. So he can now only get his head through if he's confident in doing so, because it's quite narrow. So I don't know if he actually will put his head through, but it might just be a little nose. Then they can kind of nuzzle each other, which will be nice. You can see where Dad has made the repairs on the 2 blocks, which were rather loose, and the wood that has gone back in, and the baling twine to stop him poking his head through so it don't push it out. And there's Dad. Hi, Dad. We haven't put them in a field together yet, just because he's so tiny, he's so little, and we just worry that Pete would hurt him. I don't think he'd intentionally hurt him, but it's just whether he can get out the way. So until we are 100% confident that they are going to be happy with each other, we won't put them out together. There is no pressure for them to go out together. We're happy if they never do. It doesn't really matter, but we'll see. We'll play it by ear. And also, we can't catch the little bugger. Pardon my language. He is a little monkey. We can't catch him currently. So I say we can't. Pete will walk up to the field gate and you can literally put his head collar on. Well, he'll put his head collar on and you can lead him in. You don't have to worry. Whereas Reggie, you have to chase him around, back him into a corner, catch him, then you can lead him in. So until he comes to us to be like, yes, you can take me in now, he will be in a field on his own until he's happy to be caught, which will take time. The last couple of days, I haven't been able to video it because we don't have a videographer. I am the videoer, and trying to video and catch a little naughty pony is very difficult, but it's getting quicker, so we'll see how today goes. I won't jinx it. We have caught him. The first night we couldn't catch him. I didn't put that on video. We just didn't catch him. Basically, we ended up just letting Pete out of the field. We're like leading Pete in and then just opening the gates and letting Reggie follow Pete, which he did because he didn't want to be left. He just followed him down the field, which is fine. And then the next night we were like, right, no, we've got to catch him this time. So we did eventually pin him into a corner and we did catch him, which is grand. And then he led in absolutely perfect. He's a bit funny with like the change of texture. So when the grass goes to the mud mat things and then when the driveway goes to the field, if that makes sense, he's like, whoa, and he tends to like jump over, which is fine. He'll get used to it. He also hasn't really been led in very much. So again, we're back to the beginning of having a baby. He is only 8 months old, so he's a very, very young horse. He will grow. He's still going to be small, but he will grow. Our friend ensures us that he could possibly reach a whole 32 inches. Yes, I don't know what that is in other measurements. 32 inches, no idea. But he's going to be that big and he'll fill out. Whereas at the moment he's quite tiny, he's little, he's very baby looking. His little face and things, everything about him is so dinky. But he will grow and he'll grow in confidence. Obviously he's very nervous at the moment. We can't really get near him. We have to catch him in the morning. He's just very wary. He has been brushed, which he hated, but he needed brushing. He has also had some mane and tail spray in. Again, he absolutely hated that. He literally stood up. But when he rears up and stands up, he only comes to about here. So you're not really bothered. It's like mucking around with a big dog, which is quite funny. He's just hilarious. But he's settling in really well. Peter is quiet now. He's stopped shouting. He's much calmer. I've been able to ride him out. Reggie is great when I've taken Pete away, whereas Bree really struggled with that separation. But Reggie came from a home where he was used to being, he was with a little friend, but the little friend would be taken away from him quite often. So he's used to that change, which he's also got a big door, so we just shut the door. I know that sounds awful, but he's tiny. He's not going to be able to get out, whereas Bree was a much bigger horse, so she would cause a lot more damage, whereas he's not going to hurt himself in a box. And Mum said he called a couple of times, but he was eating his hay and he ate his breakfast, so he wasn't overly stressed, and he only made a little noise when Pete came back. And then I let Pete speak to him over the door, which he had forward facing ears, so he was happy, which was really good. So it's now nice that I can get Pete out again without the worry of Bree kicking off. That was kind of one of the reasons why we decided that it was time to sell her, because we just were very limited of what we could do. It would have probably been different if we'd have had a school, which hopefully we're going to change this year. But if we'd have had a school, it would have been completely different, I think. Although we didn't really gel with her. You know, people say that you know if you're going to get on with a horse, and it's like dogs and cats all the same. You know if you're going to gel with them and if you get on. Unfortunately, we just didn't. But, you know, you don't know when you buy a baby whether you're going to gel or not. It's really tricky. But she's found a really lovely home. She's gone to live, a lady that we actually befriended when we moved up. I used to ride out with her. She's really lovely. She's a physio, horse physio, so she's going to be totally spoiled. She's gotten to a busy yard, which I think she needs. She needs that routine. She needs to be busy. She's now at a time in her life where she needs to start learning, and we just can't do that because we just didn't have the facilities, and we don't have the facilities, which we underestimated how desperate we were for a school. But that's fine, it just wasn't meant to be. But she's gone to a really lovely home, and we are more than happy that she's going to do great, and we're going to keep in touch, which is really lovely. And once she's being ridden, I'm going to take Pete over where she's staying. They've got lovely facilities, and they are right next to a massive equestrian centre which has a school, cross-country stuff. So I've said to them, please, when you are out and riding, if you don't want to go on your own, please let me know and I'll bring Pete over. So we're really happy and we wish her the best of luck. It's like we've moved her out and little Reggie has come in, and he's just fitted in much easier and better, which it was just, I just don't think it was meant to be, but we didn't know, you know. It's one of those things, not everything works out, which is fine. And it's okay to admit that she wasn't for us. That's fine as well. So, you know, but it's all good. Reggie and Pete are doing well. I think they're happy now they've got 2 boys together. Reggie is just a mini version of Peter. Hopefully he'll chill out, he's going to calm down, and he'll be great, and hopefully they'll be the best of friends. That is Reggie. I just wanted to do a little introduction for him. There will be many more videos of Reggie planned for him. I want to be able to ride Pete out and Reggie at the same time. Obviously leading Reggie. I'm not going to ride Reggie. I'm far too big for that. So hopefully he's going to fit in really well and he'll be happy. And Pete will be happy now he's got a little friend. So that's kind of a roundup and the introduction of Reggie. I might set up an Instagram page. Let me know if that's something that you'd be interested in. You know, a little, maybe a Peter and Reggie page. I don't know. Maybe both of them. The 2 colours. Don't know what they could be called. If you've got any name ideas, drop them below. Page for them both, because I think that'd be hysterical. He's so cute. They're just so cute. So yeah, drop your inspo down below for names of an Instagram page if that is something you'd be interested in. And let me know if there's any more videos that you want to see of Reggie and Peter. I will be sure to film them and upload them. Thank you so much for watching. If you have liked this video, please like and subscribe. Check out my Instagram. If I open up an Instagram page, I will link everything on that one. So check out mine. I'll link it below and pop it in the description. Please like and subscribe, like I say. Hit that bell. Then you'll get notifications when we post every single week. Getting back into the swing of it now. We're getting there, we're getting there. That was the introduction of Reggie. I hope you are glad you met him. He is Reginald, but I call him a Reggie or Reg. He's a little posh Reg. That was him. So thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in next week's video. Bye.